accepted, or for more information, go to markpatrickseminars.com. Over 500,000 have attended their program. Try it. It can work for you. Almost everyone knows someone who has stopped smoking using hypnosis. Now that someone can be you. Attend the Mark Patrick Seminar Tuesday, April 2nd at the Holiday Inn Hotel, 2910 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, and use the power of hypnosis to stop smoking now.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors & More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality flooring and workmanship. Perry's Floors & More carries luxury vinyl plank and luxury vinyl tile, carpet, window treatments, and more. Brands like Mannington, Shaw, Tarkett, Beaulieu, and Flexitech. Quality brands, excellent customer service, combined with 40 years experience is why they say you can walk on our reputation. See Bill and Lucy at Perry's Floors & More, 127 West Market Street, Princeton.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Blowing past my pauses. That is not cool. We're back with Coffee Talk on WPKY. We're joined by two. I didn't realize we were having two Fredonia residents this morning. Michelle Vinson and
Bailey McDonald.
Bailey McDonald are with us this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are y'all this morning?
Good. Doing good.
Doing
We
well.
made it on time.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know that feeling. Thank you guys for coming in this morning. I appreciate you being here.
Well, thanks for having us.
We're super excited to be here.
We're going to talk this morning about a concert coming up in Fredonia. Yes?
Yeah. Concert. First one.
Yes.
We're giving it a try.
All right. Well, tell me all about that.
Well, here we go. We're calling it Concert on the Field down in Fredonia. It's going to be at Buddy Rogers Park. I actually thought about this idea. I was laying in bed about 11:30, and we're needing to replace all of our lights down at the ballpark. And so we ended up getting a little bit of money from Princeton. It's about $5,000, but we are thinking we're going to need more. So we were trying to come up with a way to raise some more money, and Concert on the Field is what we came up with. We've got over 35 vendors so far, which is crazy. Crazy.
Where are you going to put them all?
We don't know.
Spread them out. Yeah.
All of Fredonia is going to be full that
Another
day.
one last night messaged us.
Yeah. I think we're up to 36. My original goal was 10, so we're blown away.
Wow.
We've got Riding Shotgun is performing. They'll go on at 7:30, and then we've got Jacob Johnson. He's going to open up the show with one of his buddies. What's his name?
I've gone blank.
He's got a buddy.
That's an interesting day.
That's bad, but we should know. Jacob Johnson's going to open. A show will start at 6. We've got blow-ups coming. I'm really excited. We got an 80-foot obstacle course coming. All those are going to be free for all the kids to play on. All the local churches are going to go in and donate money to put all that together. Let's see, 35 vendors. We're going to have food, of course.
What kind of vendors? Tell me what is so it's more than just a concert. What kind of vendors are you having? What do the vendors do?
We got some direct sales coming down. Let's see. There's a few boutiques. I know the West Market up here in Princeton, the new out by Walmart, it's called West Market. They're coming down there. I'm trying to think. There's a ton.
Somebody's bringing bath bombs.
Yeah, somebody's bringing some like homemade soaps and lotions, that kind of thing. We've got craft stuff, wooden signs, that kind of stuff. A variety. A couple boutiques. I think Signature Boutique's going to try to come. And a few other people. Botanicals is coming from Marion. A lot of couples, just normal people that do things on the side. They're coming. There's just a big variety. The Riding Club in Fredonia, they're going to do a 50-50 raffle, so that'll be going on all night. And that'll be hosted by the Riding Club. Copper Top Barbecue's coming down and doing ice cream. What else is going on? Yeah, I think he's going to do that for free.
Wow.
We're going to have some baked goods.
Funnel cakes.
It's turning into just a big, when we started planning it was going to be a Friday night. So if we do it again, we're probably going to push it to Saturday so we can have more time. But it's honestly just blowing us away by the community that's putting this all together. I mean, we just kind of think of these ideas, but it's not, I mean, it takes a whole community to put this kind of stuff together. So it's just blowing our minds that people are coming together and wanting to help and build up this community again, which is just, it's pretty awesome, I think.
It is.
I mean, we're planning for a really fun summer down in the valley, for sure.
And so this is, it sounds like one big, huge party. Now, what time are your vendors going to start?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, the show will start at 6, so everything will be set up at 6.
Oh, okay, so it's not like a shop ahead of time. It's a everything.
No, yeah, it'll probably, you know, it'll be kind of a shop and browse and listen and eat and walk around and, you know.
So it's all going to be condensed. It's not like there's going to be an area just specifically for the concert and everything else.
Well, you know, if you've ever been down to the ballpark, the way they set up the festival is probably close to the way that it's going to be set up that night. We're planning on facing we've got a stage coming, so it's going to be facing out towards the field, and our vendors will be set up around the fencing of the ballpark. So it's really just going to be all set up in one spot, and you can just run around and, I don't know, talk to people and shop and eat and visit, and we just want a place for everybody to come and be a community, and raise some money for our ballpark.
So this all started as a fundraiser then.
It's all, everything that we've got going on down in Fredonia is all to help raise money for the things that we need updated. And we've got big plans. I mean, we want to update our park that's right beside our ballpark. We want to get our ballpark back up to par. See, we hadn't had, last year was the first time we'd had leagues down there, T-ball leagues, in probably 5 or 6 years. And 2 years before that, Brother Presley Lamb, he's the preacher at First Baptist Church down there, he started church league softball 2 years ago. So before that, there was nothing going on that field, and you know, it's been neglected. It's still standing pretty strong, but you know, there's a lot of things that we could be doing, but we need money to do that. So what a better way to get it together than from your community, you know what I mean? And I feel like the people of Fredonia, if they know what they're given to and they know what's going on, and they most of the people down there, you know, we're all a unit, and if we've got it going on, they're going to come, and they're going to, if you build it, they come. And I mean, and that's so true.
And I've said before, whenever I've been on here, you know, Fredonia is just one big happy family.
Yeah.
I mean, we need something, we all come together.
Yeah. So, and they love a good party, so if you'll just throw them a good party, they're going to come down and have a good time with you.
Yeah, I've met your mayor, so I know.
Yeah. Jim's all about a good party.
Right? Well, so are the vendors then, do you charge something for the vendors to be there, and that's how you're getting some of your money?
No, we're not charging anything. Our plan is, well, when we talked about it, we were like, you know, we just want people to come. We just want people to come down and show up and have a good time. So we were thinking, let's not charge them anything, and hopefully we get enough people down there, and they do really well. And then we're just going to ask for donations as it comes in, you know what I mean? And if somebody feels led to give a little bit of extra, if they've done well for the night, you know what I mean? They can, but we're not. We plan on, you know, making what we need to make without having to charge the vendors to come down. We just wanted them to come. So if you don't charge them, we got a better chance, and we sure did. We've almost got 40, so
right.
I won't charge them again if they want to come set up, you know what I mean?
Is there going to be a cutoff?
No.
Nope.
If I can fill that field up, we'll take it.
All right.
I'll set them up at the park if I have to. I don't care.
All right. So how are you then, if the funds are not coming from the vendors, how are you getting funds?
We are concession stands. We're actually, my family opened up a meat market in Marion. It's called A Cut Above, and I work there. We are actually providing all the food for that event, and we plan on making money on the concession stand, and we plan on, you know, we're doing a 50-50 raffle, and we plan on vendors, you know, giving a little bit, but it's really just going to be a give what you feel.
Kind of passing the hat around.
Whatever you think, just pass the hat around. We're going to try to get, you know, we're going to be very clear on what the money's going to go to that night, and we don't want to push it on anybody. No. You know what I mean? We don't want it to be, we just want it to be a good time, and if people give, they give, and if they don't, we'll try something else. You know what I mean? But
Right. We've had the word out, and we've had people contacting us. You know,
Right.
we want to give donation, and where do we get it? So if you want my address, I'll give it to you, and you can mail it to me.
yeah,
Bailey, whatever.
Anybody? Yeah. Well, we just had the Heritage Society down in Fredonia. They got a hold of you.
Yes.
You got the check in the mail 2 days ago.
2 days ago.
And they just gave us $500 just for the cause, just because
Wow.
what we're doing. So, you
Blew
know,
my mind.
and the people of Fredonia are good like that. They want to help. They want their community. We want that community to thrive. And if, it's just.
I'm going to give you a little background to how all this came
Sure.
about several years ago. Glenna Rowland put in the newspaper that she wanted to see some things happening in Fredonia. Well, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm all for that. So I contacted her, and one thing she wanted was a parade. Well, we had the parade, and next thing I know is the parade's my baby, which I love doing it. Don't get me wrong. I
Oh, my
love
gosh,
doing it.
yeah.
And, if we don't have it, we did not get to have it one year. I'd had my gallbladder out. So I did not fill up to par that whole summer, so anyway, didn't get to have it, but every other year.
Last year
We've
was
had
probably the biggest parade we've ever had.
Most entries, everything.
It's crazy what's happened the last couple of years, last 3 years down in Fredonia. We've got big plans. Probably next summer's going to be pretty crazy. I mean, we plan on our T-ball numbers doubling this year. We're hoping to maybe even have a little baseball league down there. Brother Presley's really good about the Thunder in the Valley. We always have it on the 3rd of July, and it's turned into just this monster event. Last year we got to have T-ball games that night before, and he had a singer come, and I actually talked to him yesterday, and he's got even bigger plans this year for it. We're even looking at maybe doing 2 more concerts on the fields down there. T-ball will start in June. I mean, it's crazy what happens when people come together that actually care about what's going on in your community, because there's not very many of us. There's like 4 or 5 of us that really stay in contact with, Jim and Brother Presley, and it's fun.
It is.
I mean, we have a good time, so it's not like we're working, you know what I mean? I don't call it, it's a little stressful, but we're
last
excited.
year the fundraising started whenever I got tired of dealing with the Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
So I said, we've got to do something to get new decorations, because we just...
Well, I think
tired of fixing it.
they're over 20 years old. I mean, I'm sure
Right.
they're older than I am.
So anyway, I put it on Facebook. So what I did, well, Bailey was the first one to message me. I'm all for it. So we had a softball tournament. And
In the middle of November. I mean,
Yes.
it was probably,
It was cold.
it was the second week in November. We started at 8 a.m. and there was frost on the ground. But we made over $3,000 that day.
Wow.
And we got all new decorations. So
I was
we
gonna say,
were
that
super
should
happy.
get you some new Christmas decorations.
And after that softball tournament, we were like, oh my gosh, this can make some money. Oh my gosh, what can we do next? I mean, truly. And now we've got 2 set for this summer. Our first softball tournament was going to be May 4th. We started out with 6 teams. That was going to be our max. But I've ended up with 13 or 14 teams on a waiting list. So we've decided, I think we're going to move it around and have 2 fields and put 12 teams in it that first time. And it's just with that, it's going to double what we did at our first softball tournament. So we're really excited about what we got going on. It's big stuff. I mean, and if you don't know what's going on, we got a Facebook page. It's called What's Happening in Fredonia, right? Fredonia.
Yes.
So follow that if you guys are around that. Me and Michelle usually, and Jim posts on it sometimes, but that's usually where we keep everything, and that's all the information that's coming out, and it's pretty cool.
I've used
Good
that
time.
page a couple of times. I was posting for the
Yeah.
to get Jim in the water with me.
Yeah,
polar
that's the
plunge.
page that we usually are on. That's where most of the information will be. But yeah, we got that going on, and we got another softball tournament. We've already trying to get other singers in for another concert on the field that'll happen probably again before T-ball season starts.
Now, which event is it that I know Jim was talking to me a couple months ago about a cook-off, like a barbecue?
He's going to have a barbecue cook-off sometime, but I'm not sure what the date is. I don't know if he said it yet or not.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was. Is it not during one of those events, or is he doing that
No.
separate from something else?
They had talked about maybe doing something but I don't think they're going to have enough time to do it during that event. So I don't know what Jen's got planned for that, but I'm sure
There's no telling.
he'll let us know. I mean, I'm down for it. Let's have a cook-off.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, ladies, what else could you tell me about the upcoming concert / vendor fair, whatever you want to call it?
Let's see. If you guys, if anybody's listening and they want to put something together and set up, you just need to get in touch with us. We don't have a max. There's no fee. There is a few people that you might not want to set up if they got the same kind of thing, but
the only thing we do ask is that you don't sell food.
yeah, no food. No food, but if we've got some baked goods coming and funnel cakes. But if you're wanting to do something like cotton candy or something like that, that wouldn't be a problem. We just need to get with one of us. But we're going to be selling the food, so that won't be an option. We're going to have T-ball sign-ups that night, T-ball and baseball sign-ups. We're taking 4-year-olds to 6-year-olds for T-ball, and we're taking 7-year-olds to 10-year-olds for Little League Baseball. Sign-ups will be that night as well down there. And then sign-ups for that will be out through May, but that'll be posted on our Facebook page.
All right, well, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, we can give you our phone numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
contact us.
Well, whatever you want to get. However we need to get a
Facebook
hold
would
of
probably
you.
be easiest. Yeah, Facebook would probably be easiest. Find us on there and just send us a message. We're usually pretty good about.
Between the three of us, we're usually pretty good about it.
Yeah, if you message the Facebook page, you'll for sure get an answer from one of us. So that'll be pretty.
Might be a few hours before we get to you, but we'll get to you.
Yeah, we do work a lot, but this is our side gig. One of our side gigs. I feel like I've got about 15 side gigs, but if you've got anybody that wants to get involved, I mean, we're definitely down to take more people with ideas and people that want a better community, and we're always down to add to the team if anybody wants to get involved in that kind of thing. A lot of people just don't want to put forth any effort, I feel like. So if you feel like you want to get involved in a community and work towards making it better, we're always down to take more people and more help and more ideas and all that stuff. We have a good time down there.
Yes, we do.
All right, Party in Fredonia. What is the date again?
It'll be May
3rd.
It'll start at 6 o'clock. We've got it running from 6 to 9:30, but I imagine it's going to be later than that.
But that's okay.
We'll take it. It'll probably, I don't know how long it'll be. It starts at 6. Show up a little bit early if you're a vendor. Get it set up. Come down and have a good time with us. It'll be bumping all night, I think.
Right.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank
Anything
you.
else you want to say?
No.
Nope, we got it all?
That's it.
All right. Bailey McDonald and Michelle Vinson talking to us about Partying in Fredonia. So don't miss it. That's coming up in May. Hey, we've got Bridgie Miller coming up on Coffee Talk. I don't really know what we're going to talk about, but I know he likes to talk, so we won't have any problem.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
A beautiful forecast expected for today with sunshine and a high of 61. Mostly clear overnight with an overnight low around 43. Increasingly cloudy tomorrow with a high getting up to 70. 50% chance of showers overnight tomorrow night with mostly cloudy skies and an overnight low around 51. 40% chance of showers on Friday with a high of 66. Showers, thunderstorms continue Friday night with a low around 52. Again today, sunshine and 61.
Your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast is brought to you by the Joshua Tree.
For 125 years, Fredonia Valley Bank has been serving the local communities with hometown community banking. Knowing the people who for generations worked hard to provide a quality of professional banking secures the trust in our local bank. Fredonia Valley Bank has reached such milestones and continued success through customers that have entrusted them for their banking needs. Fredonia Valley is committed and grateful for the privilege of serving our local communities and the people that made us what we are today, a real community bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Hypnosis can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Hypnosis programs with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Hypnosis will be in Hopkinsville on Tuesday, April 2nd. Spring is here, so it's time to get back on track.
After this hypnosis, I want to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy.